Hello everyone, this is Statler,
And I'm Waldorf.
and we are here to talk about Battle Report number 55.
We are. This is a very different game than what you're used to.
Absolutely, this is the Sylvan Elves versus the WDG, the Warriors of the Dark
I think
Gods.
this is the first battle report on this channel that did not include orcs.
That would seem to be the case.
Because even the big six-player game
And
did.
we trade in the famous Poo Pie
For a very nice...
for an impressive looking
For a very
emblem
nice
in,
icon.
in full Technicolor.
You know? I might have to start playing your Sylvan Elves all the time just for that advantage.
just to get that color.
Just to get the nice
Yes.
color one. And I'll always play other Sylvan Elves or always Undying Dynasty.
There you go.
players.
That way you always have a nice emblem. Go to the top. Somebody on the bottom, you go to the top.
Does look a lot better, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Floating over there.
It's amazing what the color does. And the Warrior Dark Gods emblem, which is still lacking color, but at least it's
Yeah, I think that'll be
descriptive.
fine with the color thing.
yeah, it'll look really nice. So this game was actually a buddy of ours who has not played the Ninth Age yet.
That's correct.
He was an eighth player, and he started playing with us back when we were playing. I guess when we started playing Fourth Edition.
Fourth or
Yeah.
whatever that was. Yeah.
So he decided to bring out the last army that he painted for 8th edition, which was back then Chaos Warriors. And I said I would play him a game, or at least this is more of a tune-up game.
You know, it's really nice that the one game you play and we record, you find some newbie to take advantage of.
Well, that's what I've been waiting for since version 1.3 came out.
What do you mean? Since Ninth Age, yeah, that's what you've been waiting for. All right. Anyway, so like I said, it's a lot different than anything else. This is a Statler battle report.
Yes.
So for those,
So I think we have 3 people that said they would subscribe if I posted the battle report.
exactly. So I expect the subscribers to go up by at least 3 after this one because
Exactly.
there's been 3 people that said will subscribe when Statler does a battle
Yeah.
report.
Well, with this, I have to be honest, it's not quite up to the standard of your battle reports because my photographic skills were more limited, thinking, oh, I forgot to take a picture of this, that.
You're in your infancy as far as battle
Yes,
reporting?
yes, exactly.
There we go.
That in the,
You just sit back. You've just been having your experience at sitting back making fun of mine,
absolutely.
but not so good at your own.
So that's, yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of expected.
Right.
All right. So there we go. There's your list.
So first we have the Sylvan Elves list. I took a Dryad Matriarch with Toxic Spores as my general. Had Chieftain BSB, which was a Blade Dancer Kindred. Sacred Spear of Cateron, a Dragonfire Gem. In retrospect, the Sacred Spear of Cateron was a mistake, but
Isn't that the one that makes you -1 to be hit?
yes, for the unit, which is, it's nice, but the character really needs to hit hard.
Okay.
In my opinion, which is easy enough to do. I could have taken either of the great weapon options and have a little bit better hitting capability.
Okay.
Then I took a unit of 10 Dryads as skirmishers with a champion. Since the matriarch would be in there, I figured I needed something to draw things off. 3 units of 10 Sylvan Archers, all with black arrows because they come with them now, and musicians and standards. The standards are just more there for somebody tries to charge me with chaff. I figured the +1 would help.
Right.
A unit of 3 Kestrel Knights with a champion and standard. A unit of 8 Blade Dancers with a champion and standard. 2 units of Wild Huntsmen. These are older models, but you'll see all my models are pretty much are older generation models, but with a champion and standard, and I gave one the Gleaming Standard just to help a little bit with the frenzy checks. A unit of 6 Pathfinders. To me, they're suboptimal, but helps a little bit with the shooting against certain opponents. And I just had this list. I didn't build it specifically for the opponent. And then 2 Tree Fathers.
Didn't you have an eagle?
You're right. I did have an eagle, and I left it off.
I was going to say you're not allowed to play elves anymore
Yes.
if you don't sacrifice at least one eagle per
Exactly,
game.
exactly. And there was supposed to be an eagle on this list, so
Okay.
thanks for correcting that. Okay, Warrior of the Dark Gods. He basically took everything as change, hence the blue. I didn't write it on here. I didn't get his list, so
You wrote change all over there.
did I? Okay,
I see it.
yeah, there you go. I didn't get his list, so I'm not sure about some of his builds. But basically, he had a Daemon Prince. It was change. It was a general. It was fly. It had a 5-up ward. It had some kind of sword. I don't know what. He had a Harbinger.
With stuff?
With stuff. I never fought it, so I have no idea what
Okay.
it had.
You had two little shepherd's crooks things, right?
That's what it was. They're two scythes, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
He had a sorcerer, which is a wizard master with 2 spells. He was changed. He actually had evocation, which you'll see later. He was on a disc. He had 5 upward save, chaos armor, and a shield, and some kind of swords. I don't remember. I'm not sure if he got a chance to swing it or not. Okay. He had a unit of 24 Wasteland Warriors of Change with a champion, musician, and standard. I don't know if he had any other special standard or not. A unit of 40 Barbarians of Change, musician, standard, champion. They all had flails. A unit of 5 Wasteland Knights, Change again with a champion, musician, standard, and a lance. I don't think they had any kind of special standard, if I remember correctly. Then he had this big unit of 5 Dragon Centaurs that I had nothing to do with great weapons, champion, musician, and standard, and he had a Chimera.
Okay. Yeah, kind of a suboptimal list. Kind of he put it together out of what he had.
This is what he owns. And they said he just wanted to see how stuff did. It
Right.
wasn't going to be, it's not a super tactical battle report. So, okay, so first he had his spells. He rolled off of occultism, rolled double 4s. He had the Rot Within, which I actually early in the game I thought he had a different spell, but it didn't matter. And he took the Grave Calls with the other. So 2d6 strength 5 or strength 6 hits, something I didn't want hitting me.
Right.
And the Rot Calls,
But-
which I didn't want hitting me either.
Oh no! With the Rot Within, you just ignore it.
Yeah, I ignore it. I don't.
-1 weapons. Oh, it's a permanent.
Yes, it's
but
permanent.
I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway.
So, and then the caster gains +1 weapon skill, which he wanted to see how that worked, and we'll come to that. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
As using the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the
No, no,
boosted.
no.
It's the boosted version.
Boosted
So
version.
yeah, we're taking casualties.
Okay.
So, and we have my spells. I managed to roll double 1s. It was the game of doubles. So I took the base spell Scrying, which is gains distracting and hard target, which I managed to cast and forgot that I had it on my unit. And target suffers D3 or D6 hits that wound automatically with no armor save or regeneration. I also had 2 tree singing because I had the 2 tree fathers.
So you do get armor, no ward or regeneration. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's good for his army.
Yeah, particularly against I was worried about the big Gribblies coming. So, all right. So this is his setup from the right to the left. He's got his unit of Wasteland Knights, and behind him is his disc. That catapult-looking thing is just he put out his terrain, so it's just for aesthetic purposes. It's not actually part of the army. And there's his big unit of
Barbarians.
Barbarians. Thank you. His Chimera and his Demon Prince in the middle. His big unit of Warriors and his unit of 5 Dragon Centaurs. Basically, he ended up deploying his own. I can't remember. I think I put down 1 unit, and then he dropped his entire unit. I didn't want to go first just because I figured it was going to come down to me grabbing objectives at the end, and I wanted that maneuverability, even though it would give him a free move.
And I guess that's what that is there.
And that flag in the woods is. And now he had put down his terrain. This wagon-looking logger and stuff. That's a wall.
Okay.
And then this is actually the woods. We didn't have any bases for woods, and that caused some challenges later, as you'll see. But so we just had to play around the periphery.
You didn't want to use the felt store ones.
Correct. They were neon green, and they tasked us.
Okay.
Yes. So on the left-hand side, this was like the first unit I put down. I put a unit of archers in the middle of that clump of woods. I didn't actually take the extra wood since he had put down 3 woods. I just say one of these is mine.
Okay.
It was a friendly game. There's my my breast meat eagle there sitting there on the side.
The ritual sacrifice.
Yes. Well, I know he was going to be redirecting a rather large unit of dragon ogres. He had a mission
Yes.
of how he was going to die. Another unit of archers in the center.
Oops. Okay.
Oh, I guess I forgot to do my left-hand stuff, right-hand stuff, which we'll
You
get
did?
to. Yes. I said
Right.
I missed a lot of photos.
And then other things on the right.
Yes. So in his turn, he just on turn 1 he only creeped forward.
You know, the camera tilts to the side.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
You can do like landscape photos.
Can you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just saying.
Yeah. No, actually, we needed to have turned it, but it's okay.
No, because then it would be sideways.
Then it would fill up the picture, though.
Yeah, but it would be sideways.
I blame you. It doesn't matter.
It would be
It would
sideways.
still fill things up. So
Okay.
he basically creeped forward with his 2 units, and he brought his his Chimera a little bit over because I had some archers over there, and I think he wanted to see what his magic did.
Okay.
This is where he wanted his disc is actually out of the picture, and he decided to throw 5 dice at the Rot Within spell against one of my units of Wild Huntsman,
So I'm guessing it worked.
and that's what he rolled.
3, 4, 5.
So 5, no miscast. It was like
Right.
it's like okay, you can miscast, no miscast. So I said
Actually,
okay,
miscast isn't that dangerous if you're alone.
that's true. So he decided to actually go with the upped one. So he also took 5 of his own guys off, so he could add 1 weapon skill to his disc.
Oh, really?
Because it's just a mage, so
Right.
he was trying to get him up.
So
to,
he killed his own guys.
he killed some of his own guys.
Okay.
Yeah. And even though he rolled rather mediocrely, I was unable to dispel it with my dice. So,
Okay.
this is in the wrong
Shooting,
spot.
maybe?
Yeah, this is my shooting. As I said, I missed a lot of photos. And basically I killed a
you were
knight.
just trying to take a picture of his demon prince and
Yeah,
missed.
that's what it was. Yeah, I killed a knight and one knight, a foot guy, and
Bunch of
a
barbarians.
few more barbarians.
Okay.
So turn one, he just creeped forward, and I just shot, and I only rolled like a 3 for casting, so he dispelled my dot. So nothing happened on that
Yeah,
magic
that looks
face.
like my guys over there.
It is your guy that's playing right next to you.
This is the other case where,
Yeah, well, what can I say?
you learned the landscape lesson, but...
Well, unfortunately, I was using my iPhone, so
okay.
it turns the way it wants to.
Okay.
Yeah. So he decided, one of our other buddies was there, and he told him, go get in his grill. So that's what he did. He moved up at full speed on turn 2, and then kind of sits up like that. On my previous turn, I just drifted over to the eagle. You can see a little bit more about my setup that I left off of the photo. He moved forward completely. I basically put most of my army on this side.
I can see that.
Because the plan was to try to overwhelm the flank and slow down the stuff over on the side. And you can see my original setup was basically I had a unit of wild, you want to call them wild riders, wild huntsmen over here. My Kestrel Knights were there. The scouts were there. The unit of archers, 2 Treekin, and the unit of dryads. The unit of dryads is actually facing in a column. It's just because of the trees. It was kind of a problem. It was a challenge putting them in there. And here's the other objective over here by the Tree Father, and you can see some of my war dancers. My dancers sitting over there.
Yeah, his objectives aren't placed right.
Yeah.
But anyway, they have to be out of your deployment zone by 12 inches.
Yeah, they didn't do that correctly.
So anyway, just saying.
Yeah. So we move forward. So basically, this is just back to my turn, my moves. So I backed up with the archers a little bit just to play as much time as I could, and I flew the eagle over to the far flank of the dragon ogres.
Poor eagle.
Yes, just to keep him out of the action for a while.
Are dragon ogres frenzied?
No.
Okay.
But I put him basically.
Yeah,
you're not going to see the picture, so he couldn't get past them.
Right.
And then when he hit him, he would charge to the flank.
Got it. Right. Yeah.
Yes. So then, since he came somewhat close, I just committed a lot of stuff. So the dancers charged the Chimera. The Demon Prince is actually right next to the Chimera.
Okay.
But the way the Chimera was placed, I couldn't get past it to get to the Demon Prince if I wanted to.
Okay.
And I figured I'd mass on the Chimera and try to carry over into the Demon Prince.
And your other Tree Father didn't go?
No, I didn't want to be in the front.
Okay.
So I decided I'd position him just depending on how other things went. The Wild Huntsman over here, this is the one he actually reduced the weapon skill, which did make a difference because now they're 4s as opposed to
they charge
the warriors
his knights.
Charge his knights.
Because you are strength 5 AP 1?
Correct.
Okay.
The Kestrel Knights went ahead and charged the guy on the disc. The Dryads, everybody, the Pathfinders moved over to the flank. The Dryads then moved up.
Did you have another unit of those wild huntsmen?
Yeah, they're out of the. You can maybe see on the very bottom. It's like like a feather or something.
Down there by that.
It was down there to help
blood
on the flank just in case things went south. So
okay,
behind
so the
pond.
Kestrel Knights charged the guy on disc.
Yes.
Okay.
So
well, that looked like it went well. For you.
there wasn't a lot. Yeah, I shot some guys off of his barbarians. The Kestrel Knights basically took out the guy on the on the disc, so I was able to turn.
And only took a single wound in return.
And then I lost one of my wild huntsman in the fight, but he was down to one guy,
Right.
and I had to pursue
Ran him
anyway,
down and kill him.
and I ran him down. The markers on him are, the one is the -1 on the weapon skill. The other one is I had given them the
Gleaming
distracting
icon.
and hard
Oh,
target, but
okay.
which I forgot to use.
Oh.
It didn't matter anyway.
So you might
but
not have lost one.
I may not have, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Looks like the barbarians didn't care about their buddies getting killed.
No, they did not.
Okay.
Unfortunately
Oh,
for
dead
me.
pile.
And then
Looks like you got the Chimera too.
the war dancers and they're not called the dancers and the tree father basically took out the Chimera, and my BSB was in with within the dancers.
Okay, with that spear.
Yes, although it was the tree father that actually did the hard work.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And then they were able to pursue, and as we'll see in a farther picture, they ran into the Demon Prince. So top of turn 3, he decides he's got nothing to lose, so he runs forward to engage the dryads in the woods.
Okay.
I had the toxic spores. I did a stand and shoot, and may have killed a couple guys. Who knows? He killed 4 guys, which are over here in the back.
Right.
Yeah, and then I killed like 6.
But he's got charge, 2 ranks.
Correct.
So he probably won by 1. Maybe
he won. He won the combat, and I had to roll.
Okay.
Fortunately, my BSB was in range, so.
Okay.
This was the after effect of that eagle.
The eagle put a wound on one,
Yeah.
or that was an arrow.
Well, it was actually
maybe.
pretty funny. He charged the eagle, and he had to turn facing this way
Right.
to fight the eagle because the way I placed the eagle. I think that was a shooting attack earlier on. And no, it was actually from the eagle. He actually did not kill the eagle.
On the
No, he was fighting it with 3 of these guys. He just rolled badly. Yes. So I got a wound off, and then he ran the eagle down. So the eagle didn't get off the board, and he
Right.
caught it. So, but he was exactly where I was hoping he'd be, which was away from everything that I
Right.
cared about.
Did he choose to chase the eagle?
I
failed.
I believe he failed his leadership check to.
Okay, just curious.
Yes, he did fail because he wanted to chase. He didn't
Okay.
want to chase him.
Okay.
He said he wasn't. He thought he would fly off the table anyway.
Right.
So, but he failed his check, and he.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's a demon prince.
So this is still in his turn after the pursuit of the tree father and the dancers. The dancers did not fit well because they used. This was probably a mistake on my part. I used a 3-up ward save dance when I fought the Chimera.
Ah, okay.
You know,
so you couldn't use it again on the demon.
Correct, because it was the next round. I probably should have used the attacks and just
And
counted on.
He noticed that and went to town on him.
And he went to town on him. You know, he rolled us like a 6 for the stomps. Now I ended up like making 4 6-up ward saves.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you have 2 left.
So yeah. Well, one's a character.
One's a
He didn't put the
character.
attack there. So the unit is down to 1 guy.
Wow.
And the BSB, which he didn't fight, and the treeman. I got the guy down to.
Looks like he has at least.
He has all but he's got one wound remaining, so I didn't quite kill him.
Okay.
Actually, the tree father actually whiffed on all of his attacks.
And he's facing to the right in this picture, right? Or
he was
on his
actually
flank?
facing.
Or are you in his front?
He was facing. I was on his flank.
Okay.
But then after the combat, he made his roll and was able to face me.
Okay. It looks like he did 6 wounds and you did 3 to him.
It was
charge
3.
in the flank?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
there's a picture.
I actually didn't win the fight. There was
really?
early one. Yeah, no, this is the next.
It's the next picture because it looks
this-
like your other tree
this is
fathers
now-
joined
yeah,
the battle.
This is the bottom of turn 3. You can see where his guys have moved forward.
Yes.
I continue to back up with my archers, plinking away, not really doing anything. Bring over the other unit of old school wild huntsmen, to threaten him. And I brought up the other archers from the center just to shoot at the flank of the guys and make sure he couldn't be seen by anybody. And then you can see on my turn on the charge, the other treeman then joins to. He's only got 1 wound left, but there's no reason for me to take any
there's nothing else
chances.
for your tree father to do,
And
over there, is there?
it'll help me move farther along. So yes.
Right.
So
Unless he planned on joining this, but I think he got this well in hand.
yes. So then my other charges were I charged the Kestrel Knights into the flank of the barbarians, as well as my my Pathfinders, I mean, they've got double Sylvan blades, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And he's equipped with what, flails?
He has flails, yeah.
Okay.
And
So you're hitting him on, you're hitting him on 2s anyway.
yes, I made him on 2s anyway. It was just trying to get as many casualties as I could. I thought they would do more than just having one more Kestrel Knight, because one Kestrel Knight's out of combat. The Wild Huntsmen, I just turned those around, and the Archers just, also kind of moved as far as they could, turning around
Okay.
to start
Oops. And
shooting
there's
shooting at long range at the Warriors.
2 Tree Fathers, a character, and a Blade
And,
Dancer. or
and
whatever.
one Blade Dancer remaining, yes.
Yeah, all on the flank of a
Yes.
Demon Prince with one, or in the front of a Demon
He's
Prince
now at
with
the
one
front
wound.
with one wound.
Yeah.
Now he went first because his initiative's crazy. So,
Right. Looks like he put a few wounds on
and
the Tree
then, shooting basically killed a few more of the
it looks like
Warriors, but
2
not
were
many. And I killed the. He decided to go after the Tree Father. He was hoping he could kill him. He caused 3 wounds, so he still had 2 left. And
It's not a terrible idea, because if the stomp's left over, he stomps on your BSB. And
correct,
die.
that was his plan. He was
Right.
to kill a Tree Father and then try to stomp on the unit
Right.
to eliminate the unit, or on the character. He hadn't decided which one, but I was able to get off that last wound. I think actually the character just got a lucky hit through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Oops. Back up.
yeah, and then pursued with the
Looks like
one
both.
Tree Father. The other one I just turned
Oh,
because
is he just, okay.
he's down to 2 wounds. I didn't need him over there. I figured he'd walk
Okay.
around.
Looks like the
And the
War
BSB
Dancer, the BSB are like happy
Correct.
to be no longer in a fight.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Keep the BSB
Right.
kind of in a central position at this point in time, since there's nothing shooting.
Yeah, and there's a fight going on to the right,
Exactly. So
which we get back to here.
yes, so this is kind of the
Wow.
fight. So all my guys go first, and he
And all you guys
basically
are hitting on close to 2s.
yes, pretty much everyone's on 3s or 2s depending.
Yeah.
And he's down to 1 dude. He ends up killing 1 Pathfinder, which you can see sitting
Yeah,
over
you
on
can
the
see him
side,
missing.
just to do it. And then that pretty much takes out that unit. I decide to
Wow, 3, 6, 9, 11.
he
12,
runs
13, 14,
and I
15,
decide to chase him just to move farther over.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that point, he basically said, "Okay, I've learned enough.
Learned enough from my first time.
Yes. So, and we were getting close to the closing.
Yeah, the store closes at 10
Yeah,
sharp.
and we started like, and it was, because it was the first game, things
Yeah.
took longer. Explaining stuff and whatever. So
Oh, there you go.
yes. So
It's a victory for you.
yes,
I like that. Congratulations.
there we go. And that was the Sylvan Elf games.
Yeah, that's actually nice. I like these models. His models look nice too. He
Yeah,
did a good job with
he does.
this.
His army looks good.
Well, I mean, he needs to work on that base, but
Yes. He needs some paint on that base. The
but no, that was it's good. This was playing right beside me as I played an ogre
yes.
player. My final practice game before that tournament,
Right.
and you guys were over there to my right. I kept looking over when I could, but I couldn't keep good track of what was going on.
Right.
All right, nice game though.
Yeah, got a game in, and
Hopefully, we'll see more of this Chaos Warriors army.
I think he's talking about playing with his beast herds next.
Oh, wonder why.
Well, I started telling him about the rules for him, and he said, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
So yeah.
They get what?
Well, he's got a lot more. The reality is he's got a really big beast
He
herds
does. He's got
and a very
huge-
big empire of Sunstal army.
Yeah,
This is everything he had for his Warriors of Dark Gods, and you say it's not really an optimal build.
Correct. Yeah, like you said, he does have a huge Empire army,
Yeah,
and Beast Herds is fairly large as well, isn't it?
it's very large. It's very
Yeah.
large.
Anyway,
Yeah, one of the things I haven't played the army while I'd forgotten when I deployed my dancers. I actually deployed them in skirmish initially. It's like, oh wait a minute, they're not skirmishers
Oh.
anymore. I said, tighten them up. It's
Squeeze
like,
that
oh,
in.
I need to tighten these guys up, and do you need to move any of your guys over again? So yeah, but
oh, that's interesting. He's using nut. I didn't see this before. He's using
Yes.
nuts on the bottom of his
right, and he's
to weight them and magnetize them
correct,
at the same time.
and the base is
Oh, that's
is
not a bad
magnetized.
idea.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that works for I think if you do magnetize, and it's cheap.
I'll have to take a look at them, see how they.
Yeah, they stick
looks
well.
Like it's working out. Do they?
Yeah, the guys stick quite well.
Okay. Anyway, that looks like it.
That's it.
Thanks for listening.
Till next time.